I started programming when I was a young teenager.
Yep.
And had my own software company when I was 14, 15 years old, and wrote arcade games. And then I got involved in Apple, and I worked in the Macintosh division, and I wrote the first native assembly language on the Macintosh. And I did that while I went to college. I finished my college degree at USC, and then I went to work for Oracle. And being successful when I was young, I found a need to kind of straighten myself out a little bit. And I know that a lot of people turn to drugs for those kinds of things. My path is not through psychedelics or through LSD. I've never done LSD or any psychedelics or any recreational drugs, actually. It's just not my path. But meditation is a major part of my life. It's been that way for a couple of decades.
Yeah.
And that is something very much that, I align with Steve on, and his message of look inside yourself, realize yourself, look to the kind of path, the autobiography of Yogi, which is not a story of LSD, but a story of self-realization. I think that is so powerful. And when we get to Apple today, the most important thing for Apple is to realize themselves. That is, when they get up on stage, they still kind of want to look like Steve and act like Steve. And even, I looked at some of the old the announcements they did recently, and before they do a video, they always have a slide that says video on it. And I love that because it's something he always did. He would always say, and now I'm going to show you a video, and the word video would go on the screen, and then the video would play. But I think for them, they need to find themselves and be who they are. And I think that in many ways, they're still trying to be him. And instead, they're great guys, actually. I have a lot of respect and a lot of admiration for Tim Cook, for Phil Schiller, for the whole team. I think they're a phenomenal team, a team that any company in this room would be thrilled to have any one of them.
Yeah.
They just need to be who they are truly, and respect the past, but as Steve would say, project the future. And it has to come from them, and I think that's the only path forward for Apple.